going on, guys? This is Jamie from Heroic Barbell. Once again, thank you to the Beef Boys for providing us with that wonderful intro rockin' jammin' track for the video. All right, before we get into the training that I have for you guys today, I'd like to talk about something that one of my loyal viewers, he asked me a question, she asked me a question, don't know. I didn't wash my face, I just got out of bed. And I was thinking about this question for such a long time. They asked me, they said, hey, man, what do you think that Evolve AI is a good beginner program? So I got up on the thing and I typed back a response. And I typed back and I said, short answer, oui. It's French for yes. I said, yeah, it's a good program. Short answer. Long answer, a little complicated. The other day, I actually filmed this thing for like 45 minutes. I sat in front of this fucking thing and I had my iPad on my lap and I was looking at the program, and I even spent $20 to make a new account on Evolve AI. It was an accident. I thought that you could pay for the month and then cancel it and then not pay because the first 2 weeks are free, but it didn't work like that. So 20 bucks gone. What I'll do for my viewers, right? Pay 20 bucks. And I put it in the stuff like I'm a beginner. 1 rep max on squat, 100 kg, blah, 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 right? For 1 rep max on bench, 85 kg, 1 rep max for deadlift, 140, whatever kg. Anyways, I did all that shit and I put in the training, whatever, all the stuff. And then I pressed day 1 and it was like SSB. And then I was like, no, I wouldn't do that. So I take it back. When I looked at the program and I saw how many options there were and how complicated the app was to use and how a beginner couldn't just go into it without thinking, I decided to revoke my recommendation. So sorry to you. I wouldn't do it. No, I'm not just going to say don't do it and not give you any alternatives. There are so many free beginner programs out on the internet. When I was making this Evolve app thing review in my head, is it good for beginners or not? It kept recommending variations of exercises for what is technically a beginner. And I thought, if I was going to teach a beginner how to powerlift, I wouldn't start him off with an SSB squat. I would teach him the 3 basic lifts: squat, a bench, and the deadlift. Not a variation. I would want them to be somewhat proficient in that movement before they get into anything else. And if they've never even squatted, deadlifted, or benched before, I would just have them go to the gym and hit the machines until they have enough strength, right, and exercise awareness, body awareness, where they could begin to learn the barbell movements. But I suspect that if a beginner wants to get into powerlifting, that they might already have the know-how on how to squat, bench, and deadlift, or at least a little bit. They at least know how the basics. And if you don't know the basics, Juggernaut 5 Pillars of Squat, Bench, and Deadlift is a great video to check it out. Check out. I'll link that down there because I think that's very helpful. Also, Ed Cohen did a great one on, I think, squatting and deadlifting on Mark Bell's channel. I'll link that one too. I don't remember what I was saying, but if you know a little bit about the 3 lifts, if you're interested, you must know that it's squat, bench, and deadlift. I would start you off with the squat, bench, and deadlift. If you don't know your 1 rep max, I would say to try your best and to feel the weight. One of the big problems I saw with Evolve AI is that it's heavily RPE based. For a beginner, I don't think RPE training is appropriate because I don't think beginners are going to know how to gauge RPE. I still don't know how to gauge RPE. I mean, I'm not saying I'm an expert. I too am a beginner in many ways, right? I always say to be a student of the game in whatever you like, whether it be video games, powerlifting, or a higher level of academia, whatever you want. So if you really truly are a beginner, but you know kind of the basics, right? You know of the lifts, I would recommend starting strength, a 5x5, right? Do that for a little while. I asked ChatGPT, they said something about gray skull. I don't know, look into that one. Shreds or something, look up that one. You could literally have ChatGPT make you an exercise program that ain't so bad for a beginner. So yeah, I'm gonna say no. I don't think Evolve AI is a good program for a beginner, nor do I think Juggernaut is a good program for a beginner, just because I think there's too much flexibility. There's too many options for a beginner. Once you get a base, once you understand, once you broaden your horizons of what you know about powerlifting, then I would say you can start moving on into dibble dabbling in the world of AI training for, these apps. I personally like the apps because I don't have to think about what the hell I'm doing, and I can cheat to make them easier, right? That's why I like doing it. That's about it. That's what I have to say about that. I also like Wendler 531, just throwing it out there. Guys give me shit all the time for talking about Wendler. But it's a very sustainable program that doesn't take too long to do. And if anything, is a good thing to use for like an off season, I think. It's very, whenever I run it, I feel very relaxed, stress-free. And I like it a lot. All right, so let's get into this. This is day 1 of week 6 of competition preparation. And let's get into the video right now. Now, you guys know my warm-ups for the squat. Red, red, green, blue. After a blue is probably another red and a white. And then maybe a yellow, red, red, red. And then today, I kind of wanted to push myself a little bit. You see the red, red, and the green. Also hip circle, always use a hip circle. It's very important. See how I'm saying it? The blue just appeared. Oh, now there's a red and a white on there with the other ones. And Chris being a creep in the back, like a friggin' hawk, watching me in the distance. Top set was a triple with 2 tan. I had some of the boys give me a spot because this is the first time I've handled this amount of weight in a while. 2 tan. And it felt really good, if I have to be completely honest. I put on a little bit of old Danzig, even though it's the newest Danzig song that came out. I really like Danzig. He's a little bit of a cowboy, so I kind of like it. These sets of 3 compared to like the sets of 10 that I have been doing have just been feeling really great. They're not too stressful. And you can even see I said effing easy kind of under my breath. Then I give the old fist bumps to the old chums there at work. At work, it's at the gym. Pardon me. Back offs here with 185 for 3 sets of 3. And they felt pretty good. Can't complain about that. And then after these 3 sets of 3, I think I moved on to bench press. I think there's only 1 or 2 more days. I'm sorry, 2 more weeks, 1 or 2 more weeks of strength prep, and then I'm not sure what Evolve is gonna do, but I guess we'll see how they're going to push me towards the peak and a taper. I haven't done a peak or a taper in such a long time that I actually don't know how long a peak and or taper is supposed to be. We're almost 5 weeks out, I think, from the competition. It's on November 16th, I believe. Me and a couple of the boys are going to be driving down to the Busans for it. That was the bench. I think it was what, like 120 for 7 or something like that. I didn't record the first couple of warm ups for deads just because it's all the same shit. There's 175, felt good. I'm trying out the new CK thumb grip method. I don't think I'm really doing it properly. It hurts my thumbs more, so maybe it's working. 225. I think I wanted to hit 265. No, this is it. 255. I didn't want to be too greedy. I think it moved well, but I think it hurt my thumbs. I'm not sure if I held it or not. I don't remember. The way that I record these videos is not really live. I let them sit in my camera for a little bit and then I rewatch them again. So it's kind of like I forgot and then I lie about how everything felt. Yep, that was very decent. A little slower than I thought, but I think it felt good. I think one of the guys said very decent, which is all right. Decent is okay. And if you lifted it, that's very good. Back offs here, I think I did 1 or 2 sets with 220 for a set of 3. Looks like more. How many is this? At least 10. Why is there so many? I feel like I have to rewind it. Oh, because it's the back off day. I think it was a set of 5. Anyways, that was that day of training. Went very well. Do I have anything to say leaving you off here? Do I have anything else to say about Evolve? I guess, okay, last thing to wrap up. I've been running Evolve now for six-ish weeks, right? Because I think I started Evolve right when I wanted to hit up the meet. So let's do a quick 6-week review and how I feel about Juggernaut. AI Evolve, how I feel about Evolve AI. It's kind of the same as Juggernaut, except you can add the benchmark. That's the first thing I noticed, is that it's pretty similar. In hypertrophy blocks, they gave a few less reps for their working sets and top sets. If you don't want to go to benchmarks, it's a little bit less. But I think you can also change that if you change the rep scheme and how you want to do it. Other than that, guys, I'll say this. I say this all the time, but a fucking powerlifting program is a powerlifting program. You're gonna get better as long as you are consistent with it and don't push yourself too hard, which is the problem for most people. They like to push themselves too hard. I like to not push myself at all, which is why I am the way I am. And guys, just keep it simple, stupid. Don't complicate things. That's why I think, 5x5 is great for a beginner. And I think, hell, 5x5 could even be good for an advanced person if they use training maxes. Who knows? There's probably some grizzled old man living in a mountain with no internet who's, running 5x5 in his bear cave. Doesn't know all the other fucking shit that's going on. He somehow got Mark Ripeto's book Starting Strength in his mail, right? Delivered by a mailman, just had that one. Or he has, maybe he has Wendler, one of Wendler's books back in the day, just in his friggin', dungeon. Probably looking like a friggin', sack of bricks or whatever, you can sack of shit. I don't know what the expression is there, but like a shit up, like a brick shit house. And he's just massive, just doing Wendler, you know? Anyways, that's it. Don't overcomplicate things. Keep it simple. And just do whatever the fuck you want. Bye.